Hello, welcome to just a quick tutorial on getting you guys set up for talking about your cultural background. This week our writing is about the 3 best traditions, and that can just be your own family traditions. Doesn't have to be your own personal traditions, but I just wanted to send this out now so that you have plenty of time to do your research. This is all about your cultural background. So whatever your ancestors are, whatever you know about your family, even if it's you don't quite know, but you think you guys are Scottish, whatever it may be, they're supposed to be doing research on that country and that culture. So this is, again, a lot of talking with your family about what your guys' cultural background is. So here are some things that you can do is you can, of course, whatever you know already, but then here's a few websites to explore these topics. Then here's more about holidays in each country and then food for each country. You should also consider interviewing 2 family members and what they know about the country and cultural traditions. So here they'll fill in what country they're looking at. Here are the things to consider. Food. What are some special or important foods from this culture? Is there a certain time or reason they eat these foods? Festivals and celebrations. What are some important holidays, festivals, and celebrations? Why are these important and what do they celebrate? Again, they're just going to type right in here. It can be notes or it can be fully written out sentences, but please do not copy and paste from a website. I want students to practice their paraphrasing and summarizing skills, being able to take what they read on a website and being able to type it in here. Does this culture have any important performance arts, songs, or dances? Where are they performed or why? Traditional clothing. What are some traditional clothing items this culture or country has? When are these clothes worn and why? Cultural symbols or beliefs. Does this culture or country have any important or unique symbols, beliefs, or icons? And then other cultural facts or country fun facts. What are some other important, unique facts we need to know about this country or culture? So you're just filling that out first based on what you know, and then, of course, use these websites. One is National Geographic Kids, and it gives some pretty basic information. So whatever you want to click on, whatever you're talking, maybe you are Bolivian. And so then here are some fast facts. Here's some more about the geography, what the country and geography is like, kind of landforms, what kind of nature is there, the people and the culture, and then there's even the Watch Destination World, more about Africa in general, because even though that doesn't seem right because Bolivia is in South America. So it gives basic facts and just has a lot of good pictures, but not a whole lot of information. Then there's Kids World Travel Guide. Kids World Travel Guide, again, gives a little bit more information than National Geographic Kids, but not always a ton. So again, you're just going to look through on the side here for all the different countries that it has, and maybe you're Finnish, and you're going to come here, and it gives you a lot of good important symbols, right? Just like we have our the flag, and it has the symbols and animals that are around there, has a map, good quick facts about it, more about the geography, more fun facts and about their economy, attractions and landmarks. So this would also be good for your country, a travel project for math. Finland facts about language, about the people, some famous Finns, animals that are in this country, food that's in this country. So there you go. There's some good ones to know. Typical Finnish foods. And then interesting facts, right? So this one does definitely give you a little bit more. And then this one even gives you some more useful resources, different websites and other books to go to. Then there's this one as well. But again, you're just going to click on the different countries that are there. Maybe you're Iranian. And it's more of like a Wikipedia for kids. So it's going to look very close to Wikipedia. It's a good encyclopedia that's going to give you more about it. History, economy, religion, regions, related pages, more reading, and images. So this is going to give you more places to then click on if you need to know more about the different words that are highlighted there. So it even gives you where to read some more, and then some good images for the kids. That gives good symbols and things like that that might need some more looking up. All right? But then, of course, you can always just Google important symbols to Italy or wherever it is that you are from, and kind of just go from there. It's really list of cultural icons, right? List of symbols. This is Wikipedia, but so trying to find ones that are really good. Wikipedia is a good place to start, and then can give you some basic information and then tell you where to keep on reading. All right? Or traditional clothing in Japan, right? And so again, you're going to look for, like, World Atlas is another good one that will give you a lot of information. World Atlas is another great place to look for where you're looking for information, and it'll tell you exactly what you're looking for. All right? And give you some good information. You should, in here, be able to write down, like for the food, what the food is, what it's made from, right? So if I'm talking about, like for my Russian culture, pelmeni is a good one. It's like a Russian tortellini of dough filled with meat, typically beef or lamb, and served in broth with sour cream and soy sauce. This is just something, these are staples. So these are just common foods there. But then also we have like kulich. This is a special sweet bread eaten at Russian Orthodox Easter to celebrate how Christ is risen. Just like the bread. So the bread takes 3 days to rise, and then that's supposed to symbolize the same way of how they believe Christ is risen, because religion is very important to Russian culture. Okay? So again, you're just taking quick notes, and you need to be able to have good information. Don't just write down what the foods are. Don't just write down pelmeni, kulich, and pierogi or anything like that. You need to have good details that you can answer the what and either the why or the how. That you have the when and the why. That you have the what and the where or the why. That these things are done. Again, holidays, you can look up this, and you want to look for those national holidays. So if you're looking up for like Belize, you want to look for ones that either say public holiday, but again, Easter Monday we have two. So look for ones that are more closely related to that say national holiday. So let me go back and kind of try to find a better one. So looking for ones like National Heroes Day is something that we don't have here. Whit Sunday is not something that we have here. But Father's Day, it's something we have. So you want to find things that are unique to that culture. All right? And then lastly, the food website has, again, just clicking on food from that country, and it'll tell you all about the geography and why they have the different foods they have. History in food. It'll give you some recipes. And then here we go, foods of the Jamaicans. And so then it'll tell you what they eat and why. And give you tons of recipes. Food for religious holidays and celebrations. This is a big one to go to. All of them have it. This section 4. These are those special foods, when they're eaten, why they're eaten. And it'll give you some background on that. So read that. And then, of course, it will also give you the recipes in case your family wants to try those. It will also give you some mealtime customs, and this is another good place to read about what a basic breakfast or popular breakfast is and maybe why, and just kind of giving some more background to what do they eat, because what people eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, Christmas, different holidays is different than what we have here in the United States. So this is really just trying to open you up to understanding more about different countries and cultures in the world, and especially where your ancestors came from, and trying to get more connected to your cultural background. Okay? You're going to have plenty of times. I'm putting this up on Class Dojo now so that you have tons and tons of time. We are not writing this essay for a long time, but I want to give you plenty of time to work on your research and maybe interviewing grandma, grandpa, great-grandma, whoever it may be. All right, I hope this helped. Please reach out if you need more information.